Okay, hello and welcome back to FBVTV, our Supercup special episode. Back with our main man Chris, our in-house footballing expert.
How you doing?
So, before we begin, just wanted to gauge what kind of match was this. Was this a competitive match? Is this a
It's been a lot
glorified
of talk,
friendly?
hasn't it?
It
Yeah.
has been. And,
Yeah.
you know, there's been a lot of discussion online about whether this is actually a glorified friendly or not. So, does Mourinho strike you as the type of person who takes friendlies as friendlies?
No, absolutely not. Neither does Zidane. They're both super European heavyweights. They want to win.
Yeah. I mean, the lineups, what did that suggest?
So, bar Ronaldo, that was actually Real Madrid's Champions League starting 11. Ronaldo, only reason why he wasn't there and Bale is because Ronaldo's just come off his holidays. So that is arguably Real's strongest side. United, the suspensions to Bailly, Jones, Blind, arguably one or two of them could make it in. But again, I think that's possibly United's strongest. You'd argue Lingard, Rashford, who would start, you know. But other than that, so probably our strongest team as well.
Yeah, so they ultimately both went for it. And
Went for the
wanted
win.
to. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Just before we get into talking about the game, before the game, obviously there was a lot of talk about Bale.
Yeah.
Mourinho said in his press conference about
Bit of mind
if
games
he's
there,
not-
I
bit of
think.
mind
Yeah,
games,
definitely.
Said if he's involved in the game, then he's part of the manager's
Yeah, he's
plans,
part of the
blah, blah,
plans.
blah.
And
What did you make of all that? Was that all just pure mind games, or do you think there is a possibility?
if you there's always possibility. I don't think there's smoke without fire. If you look at how we did the Lukaku deal, it was dead cert he was going Chelsea, and all of a sudden in a week, boom,
Yeah,
deal
I
done.
think the whole Chelsea thing created the smoke.
I think it's similar with Perisic. I think they want an extra 8 mil ultimately. Don't care. United, we
Yeah.
can pay it.
Yeah.
But why are we pussyfooting around? Bale could well be the answer to that in the sense of if and when we got until September 1st, what it is, Bale could be the real deal. Perisic plan B.
Okay, well, I think we'd love to hear about what everyone thinks, Bale or Perisic.
Get your comments in.
I know where my vote is on that one. So let's go talk about the game.
Yeah.
Before we get into the depth of each squad, overall, obviously I think United had a strong start, then kind of took the pedal off a bit. After about 30 minutes, and then the second half was a bit more brighter, but again, no real getting in. What was your thoughts on the game?
So it's spurts, isn't it? And I think this is the pedigree that United tout as wanting to be on. We're not there. We're talking about fine inches, and it was fine inches last year as well. You're talking about Pogba hitting the post 9 or 8 times. You talk about the 32 chances we created against Burnley, the draws against Arsenal, Burnley, Southampton, I think as well. Scraped it in the League Cup. These are fine margins. Herrera takes a free kick just outside the box. Pogba gets down on a foul, and he hits no one, floats it over, and Matic completely misses it at the back post. 5 minutes later, Carvajal, who doesn't have a free kick, same similar error, puts it on a plate for Casemiro, who's a defensive midfielder, by the way, finishing the ball like a top striker. That's the difference between the elite and someone who's trying to be there. It's that tiny quality, and ultimately, my biggest opinion today has to be on Paul Pogba. As United fans, we all last season were fighting people on Paul Pogba. Today, he's proved them all right.
Yeah. So, do you think that this is a snapshot of his season to come, or do you see him making his mistakes now, early on, and sort of getting back into it? What is ultimately what I guess we all want to know is where is this going with Pogba? Is he going to be a hit and miss, or is he going to be a big performer? Because I think arguably last season, over the whole of the season, you could say he actually did better than most.
Better than well, yeah.
So, you know, what are we? Is it maybe a snap judgment now to just judge him on this one game? Because I have to agree. I think there was a lot of areas in a lot of moments in the game where I think he let the side down with just bad decisions, and it's all good and well for us to sit here and say it in the moment. I guess it's different, but it was a bit too much. So what do you think that sort of shows about what's to come?
I hope it doesn't. Ultimately, I hope it doesn't. It costs a lot of money, and that's part of the problem because he gets it. It's this second season syndrome. I hope we don't get labelled with it now. Mourinho's second season, Pogba's second season. They all should have bedded in. let's not take things out of context. Okay, this was a pre-season super game. All right, it was super because of the teams and players that were involved, and there's a little trophy at the end of it as well. It doesn't mean anything. Real Madrid aren't going to put this beside the Champions League medals that they've won. It's just as simple as that. Having said that, it's pre-season. I still think that Real Madrid and United both have an eye on the domestic season.
Yeah.
So, however, having said that, Pogba does need to buck up his ideas. This has to be the season whereby he takes games, not just like these, but against the smaller teams as well, by the scruff of the neck and pulls it out. The mistakes he made, the decision making is unacceptable for a player of his caliber.
Okay, so obviously, I think I think that was kind of the essence of the game, really, because Pogba was involved a lot.
Bad decisions in the wrong areas.
Yeah,
ultimately cost us.
Who was your standout player for United tonight?
I like Matic. I thought he did what he was supposed to do. He broke up play. De Gea was brilliant again. Some key saves, and also Smalling. I don't get his criticism. I honestly don't, and I'm happy for you to criticise me. I want to hear it.
Yeah, we want to.
I want to hear the criticism. I get it. He's injured, but when the guy's on form, when he's on fire, bar his harsh red card against Man City 2 seasons ago, what much has he done wrong? He put himself in the starting 11 of all-time greats. That's not the point. Smalling I thought was great today.
Okay, so your man of the match for United was Smalling.
Yeah,
because I mean, with De Gea, we're getting used to it now. You know, I think he's set the benchmark quite high. So I think if he did anything less,
I like Rashford when he came on. I like other players did other things. I'm talking about over the course of the 90 minutes. I just put Smalling maybe ahead of Matic.
Okay, and for Real, what did you make of the Real
Isco was out of this world. Isco was out of this world. Complete different class. I think Zidane's found an amazing balance there, which is again when he's the reason why I think Gareth could be on his way out, because when Gareth's in that team, it's not the same Real Madrid. When Ronaldo's in that team, it all fits nicely, and the person who links that is Isco. He was brilliant today. We had to literally foul him to get the ball off him, and that's what gave him so many free kicks.
Yeah, I think as well, since I think Gareth's injury spurts have sort of helped Isco
find his form,
and sort of take that position and be sort of the default man. So it'd be interesting to see how that pans out. I'm sure there'll be a host of clubs lining up for Gareth's signature. If he was to sign elsewhere, what do you rate United's chances?
I think we're one of the few that can afford him. I think he'll demand massive wages. PSG are out of the running for anyone anytime soon. The 2 Italian clubs now have a lot of money, but I don't think he will fancy playing in Italy. So come to the Prem, you're looking at City, us. It's probably about it. I mean, I can't see him going anywhere else. France, can't see it.
To be honest, personally, I don't see him leaving. He's made that quite clear a number of times. But you know,
if he was going to go,
yeah. So, all right. Well, that's that really. It was a sad night for the United boys.
Hashtag disappointed. Not good enough.
But you know,
needs to be better.
We said off camera that historically United's always started a good season bad. So hopefully this is what that is. And let's see how the season pans. Don't forget, if you like what we're doing, share it with your friends. Wind up each other, whatever. Wind us up if you like. Or if you want to get involved with the show, let us know. And
follow the Twitter feed. Add your comments.
Yeah, follow and get involved. And see you next time, whenever that will be.